Hello, my dear children, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to learn chapter 10 pronoun. First, let me explain what is pronoun. A word that is used in a place of noun is called a pronoun. A word that is used in the place of a noun is called a pronoun. For example, I, me, this, those, he, her, himself, etc. For example, you see, Mark went for a walk. Here, Mark is a noun. What I told you, pronoun. Instead of noun, we will use a pronoun. Here, Mark is a noun. So, instead of Mark, we used in the next sentence, she. She went for a walk. Now, let us see the kinds of pronouns. There are 9 kinds of pronouns are there. They are personal pronouns, compound personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, demonstrative personal pronouns, indefinite pronouns, interrogative pronouns, distributive pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, relative pronouns. Now let us see personal pronoun. What is personal pronoun? It is defines as a pronoun that refers to a particular person or a group or a thing. The personal pronoun refers a particular person or group or a things. For example, I, me, mine, we, us, etc. So there are 2 types of personal pronouns. One is a subject pronoun, another one is a object pronoun. If we use as a subject, the pronoun if we use as a subject, that is a subject pronoun. Now you see the example, I would like to go to the party. Here I is a pronoun. Here I is acting as a subject. So it is a subject personal pronoun. Now you see the noun acts like a object. That is a object personal pronoun. See, for example, she praised me for a job done well. Here me is a object. This is a object personal pronoun. He looked at it lovingly. It is a personal pronoun, object personal pronoun. Here the pronoun is acting as a object. So the forms of personal pronouns according to the first person, second person, third person, the pronoun will change. The first person, it is defined as a pronoun that refers to the speaker or writer or to a group that includes the speaker or writer. For example, I, me, my, we, us, our. These and all first person, the pronoun first person. The second person we all know you, yourself. You for singular is you, yours is a plural. It is defined as a pronoun that refers to the person with whom one speaks. With whom we are speaking means you. I may be speaking to you. Means the you is a second person pronoun here. The third person, it defines as a pronoun that refers to people or things other than the speaker and the persons. For example, he, him, his, she, they, them, theirs, it, its, they, them. So according to the form, whether it is a simple noun, the noun is a singular. So according to the singular, the noun will change. According to the plural, the noun will change. Now let us see compound personal pronouns. When self is added to my add a self, myself, your, yourself, him, himself, her, herself, it, itself, and selves to our, your, them means yourselves, ourselves, themselves means this and all plural form. Yourselves, ourselves, themselves and all plural form. When we add self to the noun, that is a compound personal pronoun, that is called a compound personal pronoun. These self forms of pronouns can be used reflexive pronouns or empathetic pronouns. Now reflexive pronouns, we let us see how we can use. The first person my is a singular, so myself. So second person you, yourself, her, herself. Plural means ourselves, yourselves. So now you see, I saw myself in the mirror means this reflexive pronoun will speak about the oneself. Now suppose I am speaking, I am talking about myself. That is a reflexive pronoun. I saw myself in the mirror means myself. I looked at myself for a long time. I am talking about myself, not anybody. So that is what a reflexive pronoun. I saw myself in the mirror. I looked at myself for a long time. Now let us see the emphatic pronoun. The emphatic pronoun, when compound personal pronouns are used to put emphasis on a particular noun, they are called empathetic pronouns. For example, I finished the work myself. She herself told me this. Means it will emphasize the noun, the pronoun will emphasize. That is what a empathetic pronoun. The various forms of reflexive and emphatic pronouns are now I is a first person, myself, then we, ourselves, you, yourself, that is a singular, you, yourselves, plural, yourselves, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself, they, themselves. These are reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Now let us see possessive pronouns. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun in a sentence, making a subject, a person, or a thing. Possessive pronouns are pronouns that demonstrate of ownership, the possession of something. It will show the owner for the particular thing or anything. Possessive pronouns are the words that show the possession. It will show the possession. Now you see the possessive adjectives. This we are seeing the adjective, not the pronoun. That is my car. That is your car. That is his car or her car. Our car, your car. Now let us see the possessive pronouns. That car is mine. That car is yours. That car is his. That car is his. These are possessive pronoun, because the possessive pronouns are the words that show the possession or ownership. Now let us see the demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns identify or point to the thing or things or occasionally people. It will point out the things or a place or a group of people, anything. Okay. Now you see, if it is singular, we will use this, that. If it is a plural, we will use these, those to point out the things or people. Now you see, when use singular pronouns, if it is closer to the speaker, you see the picture, this globe means this globe. The globe is closer to that boy. So this globe. The another side you see the picture, away from the speaker. The bird is away from the speaker. So that bird. So if it is closer means we will use that. If it is away means we will use that. If suppose the things are in the plural forms, the plural nouns. Okay, if it is closer to the speaker means these cars. If it's away from the speaker means you see the picture, those aeroplanes. Other uses of demonstrative pronouns. To modify a noun. If it modifies a noun, it is called a demonstrative determiner. For example, I like this film. Note, this modifies the noun film. It tells the film is close to the speaker, means this film. Then to replace the noun. If it is replaces a noun, it is called a demonstrative pronoun. For example, this is my brother. Note, Peter is my brother. We can use this as a pronoun to replace the noun Peter. So, this demonstrative pronoun replaces the noun also. Next you see indefinite pronouns. Some plus one, someone, somebody, something, somewhere. These things, when we add some to these things, means one, body, thing, where, it will make a affirmative sentence or polite request or offers or suggestions. Now you see, There's somebody outside. Would you like something to eat? Can you tell me something about it? This everything is showing the affirmative sentences. Now you see, any, if you add one, anyone, anybody, anything, anywhere, if you add any to these things, it will show the negative sense or questions. Did you know anybody at the party? There is not anything to do in the town. They do not want to go anywhere today. Means these and all making a questions, otherwise it will make a negative sentences. If you add it to any, when they mean it does not matter who, which or where, we will use who, which, where. We will add any. You can sit anywhere. It does not matter. Anywhere you can sit. You can eat anything. Means it does not matter. You can eat anything. You can go anywhere. It does not matter. Means to the any we can add who, which, where. We use no one, nobody, nothing, nowhere with a verb in the affirmative. Means positive sentence. There is nobody outside. Means everybody is inside. Every plus one, everybody, everything, everywhere. We use pronouns with every as a subject in the sentence with the positive verb to mean all the people, things or places in a group. Means we are making a, we are showing the group. Everyone came to the hall handball training. My parents got home and everything was in a mess. Now let us see the interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns used to ask questions to gain information. See, interrogative pronouns are who, what, which, whom, whose. Now we see, when is used to ask about time. When is your birthday? When is the sports day? When is the concert start? Where is used to ask the location of people or thing. Where are you going? Where do you live? Where are the boys going? Now how is used to ask about things and peoples. How do you go to school? How did he escape from the fire? How big is Sid's house? Now let us see the distributive pronouns. Each, either, neither are called distributive pronouns. Each, either, neither, nor. These are called distributive pronouns because they refer to persons or things taken one at a time. We may think as a group, we may think, but it will show the one. It will show the singular part. Hence, they are always singular and are formed by the verb in the singular. Always the distributive pronouns, everything will mean the one, means singular. It will remain singular always. Some of the distributive pronouns are like each, either, neither, everyone, any, no one, means they will mean singular. Now read the sentences how we can make by using the distributive pronoun. Each of the students have participated in the drama act. Neither of them plays well. You can read one by one. Now let us see the reciprocal pronoun. What is reciprocal pronoun? Each other and no other are called reciprocal pronouns. Each other and one another, because they express a mutual or reciprocal relationship. They will show the relationship. For example, the two rivals faced each other. So the two rivals and each other, we are making a relationship. We must all help one another. This is what reciprocal pronouns. Now you see relative pronouns. We can call it relative clauses. The relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when, why, not what. Okay, these are relative pronouns. Now where. We use where for places. This is the store where I bought that dress. We can see two clauses, two main clauses. In the clauses we learned, you think that this is, we are by using the relative pronouns, we are making the two main clauses into one sentence. So now you read once again the definitions which is given in your book. You will understand more deeply and learn the definition. Do the exercises. Thank you.